Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another edition of The Real Talk. It is always a pleasure to have your company. Thank you for being here. Please use the hashtag The Real Talk anytime throughout the show if you do wish to share your thoughts, your comments, even questions and suggestions. My name is Jackie Lumbasi and I'm excited about today's topic. You know, we talk about inclusivity, and it's inclusive education, inclusive healthcare, inclusive agriculture. Have you heard of that? We will be tackling that today. Women play such an important role in agriculture, but has it really been inclusive for the many years that women have gone out to dig? Those are the questions that we'll be answering today with our guest. Let's find out who it is. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Jackie and our guest is Esther Dusabe. She's a senior policy and development professional. You know, out of your many titles, Esther, I chose to use that. It was for me the most simple way to introduce you.
Thank you.
Such an accomplished woman. It is a pleasure to see you, Esther.
Pleasure to have me. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Great.
Wonderful.
How are you?
I'm very well. Excited that we're finally having this conversation.
Yeah.
You know,
Very,
it's been
very
a long time
excited
coming.
too. It's been a long.
Yeah.
How are you?
Fine.
I'm glad to
So
be here.
tell me, how did you, let's go back to where your life started. Before we come to the professional, you know, there's the life
Yeah.
before
Yes.
you are who you are today.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you for having me. I'm very, very glad that we finally made it. Yeah, my journey is very long, Jacqueline.
Is it possible to shorten it?
Yeah.
I know it's very long because you and I have talked
Yeah.
about it, so it's long.
Thank you so much. So, Jacqueline, I grew up, I was born out of this country. And I came, we all came to Rwanda after the Liberation War. I was a teenager, and where I grew up, and here in Rwanda, I grew up passionate about families, seeing families growing, seeing how our African families live, how they suffer with, struggle with making life.
Yes.
And all that,
Finances, supplies,
education,
healthcare.
yeah, healthcare, and all that. So I grew up very, very passionate about contributing to families, but particularly women and girls, because they were both in Rwanda and out. Most of the population was. The majority was women and girls, even today.
Yeah.
So, and I would see some girls denied education because of the norms and the values in the societies, supporting more boys than girls. Women, most of them are in agriculture. They go there very early in the morning. They leave farms late. They carry firewood, water, take care of kids, and then at the end of the harvest, they can't even have a coin.
That's the problem.
So I would see that happening around, and I grew up like passionate about empowering girls for education, and also, at least maybe I was like dreaming that when I grow up, I'll be advocating for women, even when I'm not able to support them, but at least I will be advocating for them.
Did you have a father and brothers?
Yes, I grew up, I was born in a family of 8, 1 boy and 7 girls.
Oh my God.
So, and unfortunately, our brother passed away when he was just 7 years.
That one brother passed away.
One brother, he passed away when I was doing my final national exams in P6, senior 6. So, yeah.
So it was just the girls remaining,
Yeah.
8 of you.
Yeah. But we thank God.
We give God.
We are all alive.
Yeah.
They are all doing well.
Wonderful.
Our last born is university. She's doing mass communication.
Wonderful.
Another
That's what
one
I
just
studied.
completed in law. So others are married. We have kids. So we thank God.
We thank
Our
God
dad
for that.
passed away in 2021, but he was very happy.
Yeah.
He never regretted to have girls.
He wasn't the
He was
kind
a
of
very
father
good-
who
yeah.
wanted you to get married early. He supported you. He sent you
Yeah.
to school.
And very
He was
supportive
he
to
for
girls.
she.
Yeah. And he would tell us, you know, I have very special girls.
Wow.
Yeah, he would tell us, you are all capable, you can make it. At home, we used to have ranks. When you do something great, they give you a rank.
You become a general?
Yeah.
Lieutenant.
So we're so all encouraged to always do greater things.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky I was born in such a family. It was a moderate family with very little, but yeah, we were okay with it.
What were your parents doing?
So my father, I was born in school. That's what I would say.
Was your father a teacher?
Yeah, was a teacher, was a headmaster.
Okay.
Many times.
And
Both.
your mom?
My mom was a business lady. Yeah.
Just selling anything specific or trading with everything?
Food and beverages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and
When
she's still doing
Your
that.
mom is still doing that until today?
Yeah. She can't see. She's very active. She works very early. She always wants to wake up very early, work till evening.
I love that.
Yeah.
Still as strong as she was when you guys were young.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you're young, you come from a home where your mom is not necessarily going out to work so hard on the farm and coming back home and not benefiting from it, but you're watching what is going on around your home.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood, you see how other families are struggling and how other women are struggling.
Yes.
So you have this desire to advocate for women and the girls' rights. So what do you do as your first step?
I think my journey was such a long journey because much as I grew up passionate, it was not, I didn't receive that just as an instant. I had to go through processes. I remember when I completed my high school, I had to join the University of Rwanda, but my dad got very sick. And as a firstborn, we're in the school compounds. So I had I was there to support him. I had to support him. I looked for a job, I got it. So I stopped my government scholarship 1 year, second year, then third year it was not possible. It stopped for all.
Yeah.
So later on I got another government scholarship, but it was for nursing. It was in French.
Not what you wanted.
Yeah, but I thank God that I got it because it was also a government scholarship. And I was very lucky that I made it.
Wow.
But because I was passionate about girls, I found myself doing research on like HIV, women's vulnerability on HIV and AIDS. So all my research was about women. And I was like, but I mean, nursing, why not about patients?
Exactly, because nursing should be universal. You should be thinking about both genders.
So all my research was, I would find a way to women. And later on, I said, I have to join some women forums. I remember I joined Rwanda forum in 2009. I was still in school.
Yeah.
I joined, I would attend once in a while.
Goodness.
And today
the
I'm a board member.
The women there were older than you, I'm sure.
Today I'm a board member.
Today you're a board member. Wow.
Yeah, I'm heading the Education Commission.
Amazing.
So many times when you stick on the goals, you keep yourself focused. The journey may seem not to be straight, but in the end, when you consistently work on it, and with God,
things work out.
You make it.
You make it.
Yeah, so I did nursing, I did patient care in different hospitals, the different clinics and hospitals, even the University of Rwanda Teaching Hospital.
You worked there as well?
Yeah, the government of Rwanda located me. I just went there and did. So I was so grateful that even when I stopped, the government was there to support me.
Yes.
So there's nothing I can give.
When you look back,
yeah.
you know, when you look back, if there hadn't been government intervention, you know, there are people that look back and say, if it was not for that government scholarship, I would not have gotten this degree.
Yeah.
When you look back at your family and what you were going through at that time, would you say the same thing? No. That if it was not for the government, I wouldn't be where I am, because you would not be able to go to school. Yes. You'd not be able to get all the achievements that you've gotten?
Yeah.
You would say that?
Yeah, I think
Because you're not going to be able to pay school fees.
the government has played the biggest percentage of who I am today. Because much as I got to the government scholarship, maybe through the national exams,
And
still
good performance.
Yes, but still, I would have been out there and then struggle for life. But these scholarships were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say maybe the government supports, but still we need to also work hard so that when the support comes, it finds you eligible.
Finds you prepared.
Prepared,
finds you ready.
yeah, ready, eligible, because they always set criteria. So I think one of the biggest thing I always tell girls and women is to work very hard.
Yeah.
To always do your best, because opportunities always come, but they need to find you ready for them.
Yep. Eligible.
Yeah, eligible. So I would say I worked very hard. I lost my first scholarship, but I got a chance that the government was the best parent I have.
Yes.
And I would get another scholarship.
Yeah.
And then after schooling, I was allocated, I was given employment without applying.
You see?
And
those were the good days.
yeah,
Those are the good days.
even
Jobs
today, today,
are there people that are finishing school
in the medical school,
in the medical school
schools, nursing, they get jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, some go for school, for teaching, others they join hospitals.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see a lot of young people say after university, I'm struggling to get a job, but I guess it depends on one's field and the availability of opportunities.
yeah, there's a lot of opportunities in nursing and medical career in our country, especially. Yeah.
I want to find out something. So when, you've seen women, you want to support them, and then when you get in, sometimes the reality is different. What was the reality for you when finally you've gone through the education system, you have started working with women? What are those things that you saw that you never thought existed? What are the challenges that you faced going in, trying to support these women that you never saw coming?
When I completed the nursing school and worked in the hospital, I love to analyze what I'm doing. I always get time, talk to myself, see what I'm doing, if I'm really contributing, if there is a better way I can contribute. So I worked with a neurosurgical center, and I was helping, I was contributing, I was a patient care nurse, bedside, so taking care of those patients. So I used to talk to their patient caregivers, their families, and hear about what they are getting through as families. How they sell everything, their belongings, everything,
Their
and
cows, their land, in order to pay
trying to
bills.
care, yes. And then you find they have nutrition issues, they have this. So I was like, okay, much as we're treating people here, but they need to holistically be cared for. And in other departments, I was like, okay, we are treating, but I think we need also more efforts on the ground to prevent diseases, to teach the community, to teach the family nutrition, hygiene, prevent conflicts, that causes stress and all that. So I was like, okay, but I think I can better contribute to prevention than
the cure.
The curative.
Yes.
Then I looked for jobs. I got another job with Save the Children as a nutrition assistant. I worked in different areas with different organizations in Wash and others. Yeah. So later on, I joined Convention Center when they were opening it as a nurse. But because of that background, in 2018, I went into food systems.
Within the convention center?
Within the convention center, trying to monitor the path, the chain through which food goes through, from the farm, from the industries, then to the final consumers on the table. Yeah.
Is it that serious?
It's a very long journey.
I thought at the convention center you just have suppliers who will bring you things, but you're saying you'd go up to the farm.
To the farm.
Oh, wow.
To the slaughtering plants.
Oh, wow.
See how they do that with the standards, of course, with the Rwanda Standards Board and the ISO standards. So from there, I watched how women are engaged in the food systems. And at which level are they engaged more. So my observation was like most of our women are farmers. But as you go up the chain, they get lost.
Okay. Yes.
So most of
them
are
get stuck
producers,
at that level, at the farming level.
They're producers, very good producers.
Yep.
But when you go to the processors,
they're not there.
To the sellers on the market, of formal market, formal businesses, maybe within the country or out, you find most of them are in the informal trade. So I came to realize that if the majority of our women are farmers, and we only see them as producers, are they really contributors to the growth of our country? And then back to what I told you, this part of the history, how long are we going to see women struggle, work very hard on farms, but we can't see them growing, thriving, and enjoying
the fruits of their hard work.
So that time I said I have to go for gender development courses.
Look at you. You decided to switch instantly.
I said, you know, from what I've gone through and what I'm passionate about, I need to make sure that I follow this passion I have.
And you went for gender because you wanted to understand what the problem is.
Yeah.
Because I will not lie to you, I have seen my grandmother work on the farm, I've seen my mother work on the farm, seen neighbors, but I've never given it such deep thought. I've never thought they needed to ascend, they needed to move away from this low level. And go, but you thought, we need to create I need to teach myself, then I will educate others, we will create awareness, they will grow.
Yes.
That's commendable.
Yeah. So I was still at Convention Center.
Yeah.
I went to the Center for Gender Studies. I told them, do you admit nurses in these programs? I think I can do gender and health. That was my intention. I was like, okay, if I do gender and health, I'll be good with the family care and promotion. Later, I said, okay, so how can I empower families? Because you can tell them to improve on hygiene, feeding, but if they don't have anything. Yeah. So I said, let me try to see how I can do gender as a cross-cutting issue, like understanding other sectors,
yes,
but focusing on agriculture. Later on, I became a consultant. I've worked on different projects, empowering SMEs, mentoring younger graduates, but also supporting hotels to get certified as food in the food system, like to comply with the food standards, because they can't sell without complying to the food standards. So
you've ably done both? Because my assumption was when you decided you'd do gender, well, you said you'd do gender and health.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe at some point gender would supersede.
Yeah.
But you continued doing both.
Yeah.
You continued serving at the hotels, helping them with the food chain and food handling.
Yes.
While you were mentoring
young graduates.
Okay, young graduates, female graduates.
Yeah. So then I said, okay, but then I need some experience to look for a gender job, because I had never worked in the gender setting. When I graduated, I said, okay, let me do something. I think I have a very good experience that I can do something even without looking for a job.
Yeah.
Then I initiated GIC Africa, which is a gender and health integrated center. I said I'll be doing...
That is GIC?
GHIC.
Okay, GHIC.
Yeah, gender integrated.
There's an H
Gender and
somewhere.
Health Integrated Center.
Okay, Gender and Health
Integrated
Center.
Center. So I started working with as consultants, but also helping families, youth. It was not going on very well because I wanted to build a center. I dreamed to have a center. Even now, I still have that dream to build a center where women and men would go, talk, get assisted, rest.
Rest. Oh, I love that you mentioned.
Yes, get listened to, yeah, and supported. So I still have that dream. Yeah, my initiative still exists. Amen.
Yeah.
And later on, I came to get a chance to work with the Ministry of Gender in Family Promotion as a senior technical advisor in girls and women's empowerment and gender equality from 2023 to 2025, June. So it gave me another experience because of working with different partners, seeing what the government is trying to do, but still gaps exist.
First time you experiencing that, yeah?
But still gaps exist. Even what you do, sometimes you can't see it, like the result, you can't see them as so significant. And later on, when I had an opportunity that award is the African Women in Agriculture Research and Development. So I just saw it from the far forum. They always share opportunities. Yeah. So I applied. And it was so competitive. It was an African fellowship. Yeah. So it was so competitive. They only wanted 50 women. So I was selected.
I can imagine it's many women applying from all corners of Africa.
Professors, lecturers, doctors.
People that have been in the field longer than you.
Long time. Yeah. And when I applied, I was chanced to be selected. I got so happy. It was like, okay, I was advocating for women in agriculture, but I'm going to do gender responsive agriculture policies.
Yes. Gender responsive agriculture policies. Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, now I'm going to do professionally. I'm going to work professionally. So I
would like us to take a break, Esther. Let's take that break. When we come back, I want you to explain what that means. Gender responsive
agriculture systems policy.
Systems or policies?
Yes, systems policies.
Systems policies.
Yeah.
I want you to educate us. I'm not going to sit here and fool anyone that I have understood what you're saying.
Thank you, Jackie.
So we'll be back in a bit.
Thanks.
I'm so glad that we have Esther in the studio today. Earlier I said we'll talk about inclusive agriculture, but you know, she's just said something else, and we're going to incorporate it in our conversation. Gender responsive agriculture systems policies. My goodness. Stay around. Let's learn together. Welcome back to The Real Talk. So happy to have you with us. Please use the hashtag The Real Talk if you want to comment on the conversation. You are a sector player and you want to make a contribution. We will appreciate, we will reach out to you, and Esther will be available to support in any way that she can. We're live on RTV and on our YouTube channel. Please share the link. Esther, so you've gone all the way, you've studied, and now you're saying, I'm going to push for gender responsive agriculture systems policies. Please elaborate. What is that?
Thank you so much. When I applied, I didn't know exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to learn from it. So, and I didn't know it is going to be so official. Yes. So it was like an individual effort, looking for something.
And building on the experience that you already had.
So later on, the director of Africa Women in Agriculture Research and Development Award sent an endorsement request to the Honorable Minister.
You were still at the ministry?
Yeah, the ministry. So I even want to thank the Honorable Minister for the endorsement. So by then I was leaving because I was seconded and there were a lot of some financial constraints with a partner, so I had even to leave because I would not lose that opportunity. Yeah. Because when I compared, so I was very, very lucky that the Honorable Minister endorsed. Yeah. And in July 2025, I joined. Wow. I was so excited. I went through women leadership and management in the agriculture sector.
That was the first thing that you did?
Yeah, gender responsive agriculture policies. Mm-hmm. The first module was women leadership and management. Another one was about mentorship. Mm-hmm. And then the negotiation for women.
That's the third one.
Yes.
First one is women leadership.
Yes.
Second
mentorship.
Is mentorship.
Then it was followed by gender responsive agriculture policies. Mm-hmm. Now the main course. Yes. Very, 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 very informative. We learned and we learned. Wow. Yeah. So we got to know how important policies are. How important to review them.
Review them.
So regularly. Uh-huh. So that you know that it's really taking to the right direction, where you want to go, where you want to take your people. It's not just. Did
you learn how long you should take to review? Because are you telling us we should review the policies every year? Is it every 2 years?
I think it depends on the policy.
Okay.
It depends on the country. It depends also on the resources.
All right.
But many times it's good to have a policy that doesn't go 5 years, above 5 years, because in the 5 years, a lot has changed. Okay. So, but sometimes, because it takes long to have a policy, so sometimes you find us maybe having a policy for 10 years, mm-hmm. 15 years. So that's long time, because by then there are a lot of challenges, new issues, which were not addressed in the policy. Okay. Sometimes the reports are not even relevant to what you intended to have in the 10 years, the past 10 years. So we learned how important to always review our policies, keep an eye on the policies. Mm. Sometimes you want to solve this issue, but as you solve it, another issue rises, and you have the same policy. But you are very much concentrating on that on where your policy is taking you. Yeah. You can't see the other side.
Yeah, you can't see what it's causing while you're
Yeah, you may be solving this issue, but as you solve it, another one is rising. Mm. By the time you wake up, you will find this issue has already grown even beyond your capacity. And then you go back, use the same effort to go back and solve the issues that were created by the same policy you were implementing.
It will be a struggle.
It will be a struggle and a wastage of resources, wastage of time, and also the impact has already affected some people, because most of our policies are social. They are policies that
affect our everyday
life. They help us to socially grow, but which in the end also contribute to the economic development, because when you're socially healthy, then you can also be able to work for your family, to contribute to the country's development. Yeah. So another thing was about innovation of policies. The world is growing so fast, and a lot of issues are growing up. Sometimes you can keep one policy, but maybe you need another policy that addresses a new challenge, but you can't see that unless you review your policies. Mm-hmm. So we found that it's important to have policies, very important to review what we have, but so important to innovate policies that addresses new challenges that always come and need special attention. Yeah. Mm. And then we go back to the implementation. Mm. How do we transform, how do we move from the commitments we have in the policies and translate them to programs that impact our people? Mm-hmm. Who goes back and see if the real commitments we have, whether on the national level, whether at the regional level, whether at the global level, because Our governments ratify most of the
global
commitments, initiatives. And then you find we have the national commitments, we have the regional commitments, we have the global commitments, and we need to always see if we are aligned.
Okay.
If our policies align with the protocols, with the national and the global commitments, and how are they impacting the lives that they are intended to impact. So that's another thing. Having a policy is different. Having a strategy that helps its implementation is another thing. But the implementation, the real implementation, the results, how do you set your indicators that you will be able now to trace that this policy, these strategies are really impacting those that it's intended to be impacting.
You know, let me cut you short.
Yeah.
Esther, so when you, because that is very deep, such deep insights and lessons. So when you learned that and then you sat and looked back at Rwanda, looked back at the East African community, you looked back at Africa, where do our governments go wrong? Because our governments never fall short of policies. The continent has the best brains, some of the best brains in the world.
Yes.
We could have some of the best policies. So where do we fall short? When, you know, I learned that. You've just said we could transition. Is it the transitioning from the translating from the policy to the programs that will then cause impact?
Yes.
Is it that we don't monitor well, whether it's at the government level or the regional level? Is it the indicators? You've just mentioned indicators. Is it that the indicators are not clear?
Well established, Yeah, thank you, Jacqueline. I think the governments are doing well. You know, it's a journey. We've gone through a lot. And I think even governments, some of them lack even policies.
Oh, the governments
when you meet with some countries, you feel like you have this policy, but the other country doesn't have it.
How do they operate?
Yeah.
Do they on autopilot?
Maybe they operate with programs, but without policies. So you find sometimes the government are doing well. The governments are doing well, but I think the government needs another eye. Because you know, when someone is implementing, they can't evaluate themselves. They can't see that I'm not doing well. Sometimes you feel like you are smart, but you have sustained somewhere and you can't see it yourself.
You need a third eye. You need an extra eye.
To tell you that, yes, we have this. But with these tools, we need to review our policies. Do you think they are taking us where we want to be? And then I think we need to, as policymakers, new policymakers, young policymakers, we need to be there to support the government. And I
young
think
policymakers.
Yeah.
It's important to mention that.
Yeah, very young
some of the policies we ride on were made by all these.
Yeah, we have those, we have the senators, we have very many senior policymakers.
Yes.
We are learning from, but we are growing as young policymakers. And I really want to thank for the opportunities they are giving to women to become policymakers. And even the government. So with that, I would say that the governments are doing well.
Okay.
But, you know, we always need to grow.
Yes. And innovate.
And there is always an area of improvement. We always need to improve. We have this today, but we need to go beyond what we have today.
Yes.
And how are we going to go there? To review our systems, to check on ourselves every time and then. Are we really doing well? What are the gaps? And when we address the gaps, I think it's very, very important to address them from their roots.
Yes.
When you haven't done a very detailed analysis to know what could be the possible causes of this. If you have a challenge, you have noticed it in one report, the second-year report, but you still have it in your report. So why can't you go back and say, but what is not going on well? what's wrong? What are we not doing well so that we can do it well? So with that, I think the government is doing well, but we need to do a lot of policy analysis. And I want to thank that I got this opportunity. We got to know a lot of tools. What are the best tools you can use to check, to analyze a policy and know if it's reaching the real beneficiaries. What are you going to use to monitor if women are really empowered by not addressing their symptomatic issues, but their root causes? What are you going to use to ensure that the policy addresses the issues at their design, at their formulation, at the implementation, at the monitoring, and make sure that that cycle goes on. It doesn't stop. So when you do a policy, you make sure you monitor it, you make sure you review it every time, and then you go back and do another policy and review it, have a new policy. So include what you didn't include.
Because during the implementation period, you could learn some things that you didn't know. So find a way of including them.
Yes. So I think it's very important, even private sector, to get into that. Young policymakers to help with governments. And I think when we get such chances, like the chance I got, the scholarship, the fellowship, all the opportunities we get from the African initiatives, the global initiatives, where our countries enable us to gain these skills, we should come back and use the skills to support our governments.
To support our continent. I want to ask about the benefits that we have had from the Africa Food Systems Forum, because we've hosted several of them. I want to, and for you whose desire and passion leans towards women more, I want you to tell me if that has benefited Rwandan women and how. I think I have not attended these forums, but I've been following up what is happening. But I think I think it's better for me to say what the government is doing. Whether in terms of these forums, what we are getting from the forums. Of course, the forums are very important because they give us a platform, especially when they happen in Rwanda. Our farmers, those in the agribusinesses, they attend. They see what others are doing well in other countries. We learn from each other. We get strength that we are working together as an African movement, but still, when we learn, we get challenged. What is that? Why is it that some are doing better, others are not doing? What could be the reasons? How better can we go? Like, we learn, but we also get challenged. And then we commit that maybe next year we will have a lot to present. We need to commit that maybe we are going to improve on this. We need to get the targets and then see that we get them realized. So I think it's very important to have these forums because they give us a platform and also it's a learning environment. We learn from each other, we get connected, even with the markets we've been talking about, those who are doing what. You get to know someone is producing this in this country, another one is doing this, these are doing agriculture. If I need such a product on the market, I will be able to get it from here. And especially with the opportunity that we have, our country is one of the countries that in the African food, the FCFTA agreement, signed the FCFTA agreement. So we have the protocol, FCFTA protocol on women and youth in trade. So there are a lot of opportunities that we get when we join with others. We work together as countries, as member states in the same movements.
but also as individuals.
Let's talk about as individuals.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that the government is doing. As Rwandan women, are you feeling us? Do you feel like we are pushing ourselves enough? Are we going for these opportunities? What has been your assessment so far?
Yeah, thank you.
Because sometimes these things could be there for all of us to see, but there's some cultural things that hold us back. There's some personal shortcomings or shyness, the lack of confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, as we started talking about policies, they are there, but the gaps they exist. You find that some of them are also there for decades, and nothing is happening. So I think we have a lot to do
As individuals.
As individuals, as contributors to the government, as supporters. Like, we have to be partners with our governments.
True.
We citizens, the population, we need to be partners. As the government puts a lot of investment in this, we need to embrace all the opportunities that comes. Also the regional commitments. When the government commits to regional commitment, it means that us as individuals, as communities, we need to embrace. We need to know what is existing, what is happening, what the government is having for us. What are the commitments? What are the investments the government is doing so that we may benefit from them? So if we just stay there reluctant, then we are letting the government down.
Yeah.
So that's
the government
why you find,
is working. The government is putting in all the efforts.
Yes.
If we're just sitting there as spectators, we are letting the government down.
Yeah. So I think we need to always see what the government is doing. It's like a parent and a kid.
Yeah.
When you invest in a kid, and the kid is just there, they are reluctant, the other kid is performing well. So you find when they grow, those kids are different.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening with our governments. Some governments are doing well with development, with growth, but some governments, some sectors, you find one sector is doing well, another one is not doing well. So it means that sometimes we have some reluctance, and this one, like, we always wake up when opportunities have gone, some of them. Yeah. So I think we need to go beyond what we used to see, like governments giving citizens everything, you know, like post-genocide time.
Yes.
Food, we would get free food. We get free food. We get you find we get a lot of government support. Maybe non-government support. But this time around, you can't get that.
No, it's not there. The government is creating opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the time of being given bread or fish. You're being taught how to fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need to see what the government has for us. And then we see how are we going to enter into this? How are we going to get to gain from these opportunities? Yes. And so we need to open our minds. We need to work very hard, because it's time to work hard. We used to get scholarships, government scholarships, not paid. You remember? You would go for university, you finish, you work, but this time around, you pay back the scholarship.
It's a loan.
It's a loan.
Yeah.
So that means that even we can, there's a time we are going not even not to have that chance.
True.
And you can see in the majority of our the students, some of them, they pay for themselves in private universities, or even in the government institutions. You need to go for masters, you pay for yourself, even bachelors. So,
because also the criteria, as you said.
Even the government, the load that the government is having is growing every day. The population is growing. The population is
growing every day.
There are a lot that the government is investing in. So we need to be good partners, that whatever the government does, we are there to embrace, to use very good, we exploit every opportunity that comes our way, whether you are a woman, whether you are a man, a young graduate, every sector. So I think it's time to call for every person. It's an individual responsibility. That as we work today, as you wake up today, you're concentrating on this job, but you also try to see how you can grow yourself. Make yourself a better person every day. Try to improve your life every day with the opportunities that are around us.
Yeah. We're almost concluding.
And I would say that the government is doing well. And maybe from what I learned when I went to Harvard, we were not expected to do the thesis. So we are expected to do policies. We innovate policies. So they always tell us, you're a fellow from your country. You are here to improve, to go back and support your countries.
Yes.
So you've learned about policies, you know how to review policies, you know how to innovate policies. You can better understand the gaps in the policies and recommend the government on what to improve on, as in terms of policy recommendations or programs. So my policy innovation is about women, women smallholder farmers. So that's what I'm doing now. And I felt
Do you
like...
have any government policy related to that?
Yeah. So as of now, we have, like for agriculture, because it's in agriculture, we have the agriculture policy, the national agriculture policy. We have the strategy that implements it, the PSTA 5 now. And there's a lot that the government has. But
there's nothing specific on women.
Yeah, women inclusion is there. You know, our government is...
Anyway, women inclusion is general.
It's general.
Yes.
It's there. But what I can see is that most of our policies, our strategies are more of gender responsive than gender transformation.
So I want us to pause there. Because I will invite you back so that we dig deep into that.
Yes.
You've said they are more gender responsive as opposed to?
Gender transformative.
Gender transformative.
Yes.
Can we hold on to that?
Yeah.
Until our next conversation, because I really want us to look into it.
Thank you so much.
And as we conclude, I would love you to share that message with our viewer that you believe they should not forget. Like if they choose to forget anything, everything that we have said on the show, there's this message you do not want them to forget. But also, in most cases when we discuss gender, people are inclined to assume we're saying female. You know, gender issues are women issues, and sometimes men feel left out. So with your experience and what you have seen, are we working together very well, as men and women? Do we achieve more when we move together, or are we just better off going as women and the men go on their own?
I want to mention that in most policies, people understand women as vulnerable groups, but they are not. Women are very active contributors in agriculture sector. They are farmers, they're producers. But what do we lack? What do women lack? They lack equity. There is equality. We have laws, we have policies. They always point us to our rights. We all have equal rights, women and men. We have equal rights, right to land, access to finance. But are we all getting equally? Are we all benefiting equally? That's the main issue. So women are not vulnerable. They are already in the chain. They are already in the system. They are contributing. But need to be equitable. We need to provide them more equitable resources. And in that, I would say we are not competing with men. Men have already been there doing well. And our success is the success of our families. So women working with men accelerates the journey to sustainable growth and development of our countries. If someone is working alone, you can't compare it with two people working together.
Yeah.
So if the government calls for women's empowerment, it's not creating an equal balance, but it's the balance that is required to facilitate this acceleration of growth that the country wants in our country. So we want better schools. How can a man afford do everything at household level?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We want a standard of living that gives us the dignity that the HE is always telling us.
Yes, yes.
That all Rwandans deserves.
Yeah.
So there is no way we can reach where the country is envisioned, wants us to be, when we are not working together. And so, since we have the equal rights, and some are accessing, and others are having barriers that limits them to access equally as others, then it means that we need to now come back and remove all the barriers.
Yeah.
So we have access to rights, but we have inequality in terms of resources. So access to finance, you find men are higher, women are there.
Lagging behind.
Yes, access to land. We have the law, the land law. But 50-50.
Esther, those are the things we will discuss in
so
our next
interview. I would say that we need to move from participation
to
empowerment.
I love it. We need to move from participation to empowerment. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you very much.
This has been amazing. I hope that you've learned something from this conversation. It's been a pleasure for me to have this conversation with Esther. She's taught me so much. She's a senior policy and development professional, and I promise you she will be back. Thank you for keeping us company. God bless you. We will see you next week.